welcome to Waynecast 24. That's right, 24. Welcome to number 23 then, because it's not on YouTube, it hasn't been on the blog, and //. So where is number 23? Number 23 is on my hard drive, where it's going to be bloody staying. So why didn't I put it up? Basically, I was having a very, very, very bad day. First of all, it ran to 4 parts, which I thought was a little tiny weeny bit excessive. 2, I mentioned a few things I shouldn't have done. So I tried editing it, but basically it was unintelligible once you edited a lot of the stuff out, and I had a bit of a whinge about things, and basically it wasn't very entertaining, it wasn't very informative for anybody. So I just thought, bugger it, I'll record it again, you know, because it's, what, about 7:15 at night, I think, 7:15, 7:15, whatever. It doesn't actually see on there. Alright, well, it was about 7:15, 7:15, one of the two. So I just got Kane to bed earlier on. I've came out for a walk because it's been a day from hell. So what has been happening this week in the wonderful world of 3D? A few things I'm thinking what's of note. Well, Duke started up Tweak Pro, which is basically like a community type site. You know, to go work alongside Tweak, the forum. I know some people, right, have got this idea, and I've heard it before, that some sort of war goes on behind the scenes, or not so behind the scenes, between Tweak and Subday. I've got to put this one to rest, right, because both sides have been ignoring it for a long time, right, in the hope that people would see sense. There never has been, nor will there ever be, a war between Subday and Tweak. There are a number of reasons. First, they're not the only two forums on the planet. Secondly, we cater to different markets, right? I know markets is not the right word, but you get what I mean. First of all, Subday is primarily aimed at people who are starting out, people who are intermediate users. Give them a free learning resource. That's our primary remit. Tweak has basically always been ex-Vancouver Film School people who work in a few of the firms in Canada and in Hollywood. You know, basically people who work at the high end, or people who are aiming towards the high end. We do have some important members of Subday, but it's not our main remit, you know. So there's never been a clash, and I can't really see there ever being one. Simple as that. Fashions come and go with forums, and it's not an issue for either me or Glenn. I'm pretty sure, from what I had a quick word call with the other night, it's not an issue for him either. But yes, that's one thing that's been happening. I know you've heard me rattle on over the past 4 Wayncasts about me moving on to doing some clear work. Well, I've actually got around putting things in motion. Now, this is sort of an appeal, alright? It's been a number of years since I last used clear, and all my tools have went missing. The suppliers I used to use have all either gone bust or moved. So I've found 2 suppliers so far in this country. Anybody knows any good ones outside of Polymer Clear Pit, things like that, just let us know. Leaves a message, sends an email through // or leaves a message on YouTube, you know. See, I use water-based clear all the time. I didn't even know that polymer clear existed. In fact, I'm not even sure they did back then. We're talking about 6-8 years ago. And there wasn't any of these air-drying water-based clears. Now, I'm itching to try these. I really am. I'm also interested to find out how doing all the ZBrush and Mudbox stuff has helped me as a digital sculptor. As a sculptor, as well as a digital sculptor, you know, as a sculptor rather, traditional sculptor. I'm really interested, because I've got no photographs of the original sculpts. So, why is that? This is a $1 million question. I know this sounds quite funny, but it was far from it. It put me off sculpting for a long time. Let's just say an ex-girlfriend was caught playing away from home, and she wasn't too chuffed about being found out. Proceeded to go through every single one of my sculpts with a hammer, and put all the remains in the bin. Also took all of the sort of tools I was using, and I don't know what the hell happened to them. So, and really, there was years of work there, you know, and it just put me off. That was, my heart wasn't in it anymore, you know what I mean? So it's taken this amount of time for me to finally say, well, bugger it. There's people out there that haven't actually seen any of my clay work. In fact, Christ, you know, people I've known in age like Glenn haven't even seen my clay work. So it's about time. So once I get moved to the new house, which has been put on hold for a few weeks due to, you know it's like with chains and stuff, I'll have a bigger workroom. and I won't be working in the postage stamp I am at the moment. That's of course unless the room that I'm going to want for the workroom, Kay decides he wants for a playroom, in which case I'll be stuck with a small room again. But the idea is so I've got somewhere for all the computers, all the art stuff, and something like an area, even a small area, to do some clay work, things like that. That's basically my plan. Do stuff for me for a change, that's my main motivation. You know, the whole move, the fact I bloody hate it around here. The best thing about Langley Park, where we live, is it's in the middle of nowhere, and I can go for a walk. This walk is a fabulous walk. It really is. You know, I've shown bits of this time and time again, and I never get sick of it. The railway line one I did a while back, and you know, call me a bit of an idiot, but I don't really want to go walking around a lonely railway line, even on a late night. You know, getting me 8 o'clock. Now, bear in mind, to go walk, it takes about 2 hours, so I'll really be just heading about an hour into the middle of nowhere when it starts to get dark. You don't know what sort of idiots are hanging around. You know, yeah, England's not an armed society, but it doesn't stop people carrying things they're not supposed to. I don't want to become a statistic. I had my fair share of that side of things in my life, and I'd rather not have any more. Thank you very much. Looks like Dave the motorbikes today. It's been a strange week because I've actually had a fair bit of time to myself. I've done a few sculpts for me. Now, I won't mention the last time that I was going to do, but I'll start walking here because I'm getting a bit sick of sitting there. The series that I'm on, Zombie, well, it's actually mostly road. The Zombie is serialised in 3 Creative magazine. Well, that was done, that one, in what, November? That bus, so that was ages ago. It feels like a lifetime ago, and I feel like I've come on a million years since then. So I thought, well, this is going to stick around. So, to be honest, what I thought was this, I've got to try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. So the idea I came up with was I would do a number of busts, all using exactly the same technique as in that article, all using the same base rig from, like, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 Z-spheres with 32 polygon base mesh, and show basically some busts for inspiration. So I've done, you know, an alien, a sort of Doom 3 stroke Doctor Who type monster. I've got a reptilian thing on the go at the moment. God knows what I'll do after that. But the idea is maybe get, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, whatever, you know, just get a few of them to basically show, you know, because I know when you're starting out, the thing that used to, you know, get to me was, I had lots of ideas, but they were all really big, impressive ideas that I didn't have a skill set for when I first started out. So you were a bit short of things like monster designs and creature designs and stuff like that, which a lot of people like to do. Yeah, it's a cliche, but tough. You know, it'll always sell. So I thought, well, I'll do a few of these, try and give them some variety of designs, and it'll also show what I'm capable of now. You know, bearing in mind I'm putting a 2-hour time limit on each of these busts. First one took, well, actually I took it to final render actually. That took 2.5, but the actual sculpting was about 1 hour 45. Second one took 1 hour 45. The one I was messing around with the other night is about 45 minutes into it. This reptilian thing. I haven't got any other ones. I'm trying to think of other things, you know, rather than just doing monsters. I'll see what happens. But we'll have a quick look at the time. Oh, 2 minutes or a minute and a bit. So yeah. So I'm trying to do at the moment. I also did a superhero for Kane, right? Now, he's 3 on the 2nd of June. And this kid has a really great sense of humour. And he's picked up all sorts of words, like, you know, from me. All sorts of slang words and regional accent type words. And I said, oh, if you want to make a superhero. Which is a stupid thing to say to a kid, because the first reaction is Batman and Superman. Normally, Kane's wasn't. No, don't want that. He wanted Moron Man. Now, I'm not quite sure who's called the moron, but I've a nasty feeling it was me. Right? Because as we all know, in every kid's eyes, their dad is an idiot. Right? When I was that age, my dad, I thought of him as an idiot. Now, my dad's far from an idiot. He's a very intelligent man. But when you're a kid, your dad's an idiot. So there you go. Let's have a look at the time. Right, I'll start winding this one. I'll go to the second part. Now, for those of you that don't realise, I know some people only see the first part. There's actually 2 parts of each of these, usually. If it doesn't come up on the little list, right down there, if you're watching on YouTube, just go to the username Noggerty. There's actually quite a story behind that username, but save that for another time. And you'll see all the Waynecast and all the other stuff and all the turntables and stuff. Right, I'll catch you in part 2.